You know they are big mad now. Those that hate Caitlin Clark, they are not happy today after the United States of America beat Spain 84-70 in a game that I got to tell you was pretty awful to watch. From pace to style to everything in between, starting off with a starting lineup that included Chelsea Gray for the fifth straight time. Ka Copper starts again. Ryan Howard starts again. Jackie Young starts again. Dearica Hamby starts again. And then Caitlin Clark doesn't start. Paige Beckers doesn't start. And you have a team out there that struggled, did not play a great game, only led by 5 end of one, led by what, 12, was it 12? 5? Yeah, 12 at the break, 14 going into the third, an even fourth quarter. It was never a pretty game, but man, you could watch it and see once again there appeared to be times where they were trying to avoid having somebody we know have a great game and take the ball out of her hands and try to let other people shine. But the problem is when you're just not that girl, you can't get the same results. Think about the fact that Italy, whom the US beat by 34, beat Spain by 12. So to have this game be this close is pretty goddamn embarrassing. Like, it's pretty embarrassing. But at the end of the day, the USA goes 5-0, and Caitlin Clark is named the most valuable player. The Tissot most valuable player. I know that shit has got to sting. It's got to hurt. The haters are not having a good day. They don't like it. They're bothered incredibly. You know they are. You know they're sitting here right now, big mad that Caitlin Clark was named MVP. Understand, she's playing amongst all stars, right? She's playing with all stars. And she is named MVP. How you like them apples, motherfuckers? Yeah, that's goddamn right. Welcome back, everyone, to the edition of Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Facts over feelings all day. Like, subscribe, follow, hit us up on our social media. But let's just leave this there for you to admire. MVP. Should I say it again? MVP. One more time. MVP. Caitlin Clark today goes for 7 points, 7 assists. They tried so hard to not allow her to be the star of the game. She goes for 7 points, 7 assists, leads the team in assists. Today, Ka Copper had a great game shooting the ball, had 20 points. Chelsea Gray played almost 27 minutes. Copper played over 24. Jackie Young played over 23. Caitlin Clark actually played 22 and a half. So she was fourth in minutes played. They managed to take her out of the game in the final four. And yeah, I had her a lot on the sideline. Like when I say on the sideline, like off the ball. They tried to not have her be on the ball, yet they didn't really run plays for her off the ball. You watched the way it was moving. You watched the way Chelsea Gray was rolling. She's looking for somebody else constantly. She's magically finding Kelsey Plum in the corner, magically finding this person over here, magically finding this person. But Caitlin Clark was literally wide open. She doesn't magically see. There is a dislike that exists. I think we all could see that. I mean, after the game, you saw Caitlin Clark for a second walk into her own area type of thing. I don't know if people noticed that or not. That was before they gave them the ticket, whatever, to Berlin for the World Cup. Look, reality, a bunch of these players, they won't be here. Like, you can guarantee that Monique Billings and Kiki Griffin only played a minute 18 seconds, and Ray Burrell, who played a minute 18 seconds, will not be part of this team next time. But there are other players they really got to consider getting rid of as well. The way they looked, you know, again, you have a starting lineup that adjusts every game, and there's no logical reasoning for it. Jackie Young, Kyle Copper, De'Erica Hamby all started the first game. Hamby, Copper, Gray, and Young all started game 1. They all started game 5. Gray started every single game, making this crap more ridiculous. Don't know what the love affair was to have Chelsea Gray start all the time. You know, we all know that it took 4 games to get to Caitlin Clark's chance to start. And, you know, you look at who else. Kyle Copper started, I think, with three games. 3 of the 4. She missed 1 game. She ended up being the leading scorer based on today's game for the tournament in terms of average. But Caitlin Clark scored the most points in the tournament for the Team USA. And she was the second leading scorer average-wise because they didn't pass her the ball that much. Kyle Copper started 3 times. Hamby started 3 times. Ryan Howard started multiple times. Jackie Young started multiple times, 3 times. Someone has to explain this to me like I'm a moron. I don't know. Maybe someone can explain that to me because there's no logical reasoning for this stuff. And they win the game today. They did not look good. The game was brutal to watch. If you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. It was not pretty. It was clunky. It was slow. There was no pace. You could see, like, every time they didn't give Caitlin Clark the ball. Example, you grab a rebound, right? I'm gonna put my face up big now. You grab a rebound, right? You turn, you face, you outlet. Yet they never really did that. It would be like turn, hand it off to the left or the right, and nothing is kicked ahead. Like, the way Caitlin Clark plays basketball is different than the way these boring broads play basketball. And so you watch this stuff and you're like, I just want to turn this crap off. But I'm leaving it on because I want to watch her play. But man, you don't make it easy. Even in a day where she's not touching the ball, she's still 4th in efficiency for the team. De'Erica Hamby leads the team in efficiency at 23 with 14 points. Kelsey Plum was 20 with 18 points, and Kyle Copper was 17 with 20 points, which tells you, Kyle Copper basically just went out there to shoot the ball. But Caitlin Clark is the MVP of the FIBA Group Phase, Group A in Puerto Rico. And once again, prove why she's the best in the world, man. They had that little fan vote that I saw yesterday. You had Caitlin Clark with a certain number, then it flip-flopped. And then all of a sudden I saw somewhere today, maybe true or not, that Angel Reese had blown by everybody. So the bot world came in full force for Angel Reese. She ended up getting millions of votes. They don't have that available on their page anymore. It's kind of interesting how they would take that off of their page because I was looking for it and I don't see it there anymore. It's there. I don't know who's paying for this stuff while trying to bot people's way into a fake MVP. Like, sorry, but the MVP, did people believe that the fans voted for the MVP? It literally said on there, it's something to entertain you. But there are people that are paying for bots for Fugazi votes. Like, Angel Reese got 4 million votes overnight from what I saw. 4 million votes. 4 million. Like, you can't make this shit up. She, at one point Tuesday afternoon, she led fan voting with more than 1.3 million. It was more than that. I saw more than that. She blew past everybody. She had nothing. She wasn't even close yesterday. All of a sudden today, she's got numbers through the roof for MVP. Numbers through the roof. It's I mean, it was embarrassing. Like, you got to question how this is happening, and the reality is, you know, it's fugazi. And I think it's cute how FIBA pulls that whole thing down. You can't even find it now because that crap is ridiculous. But you see that and you're like, yeah, man, there's bots overriding this thing where people are, I don't know what people are doing. People are paying for these votes. They want to pay some system to just vote. Hey, do you, man? If that's what you need to do, then do you. But the reality is, the real MVP, the one that's voted by actual people at the tournament, the media members there, I presume the people that voted for it. Yeah, we all know. We all know. They all know. The MVP is Caitlin Clark. How about them apples? Leave that like. I need you to like the video because that's really helpful to me in the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet and hit the bell and leave your comments. Let me know y'all thoughts. But again, today's game was awful to watch. Awful. Horrible to watch. But that's what happens when you try to ice somebody out by putting them in the corner and not making them the primary ball handler when they're on the floor. So that's all. And yet she still led with 7 assists. So that's all I got. Y'all like the video, subscribe and follow. This is Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.